Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode in Reconstruction of a journal series. Today I'm going to show you how I bind my journal using a 3-hole pamphlet stitch method. So the first thing that I'm doing is to make a template that is the same length and width as the spine. The template measures 6.5 centimeters in width and is 9 inches long. Next, I mark 3 points on it. The top and the bottom one are at 2 inches from the edges, and the middle one is at a center point between these two. I then go on to draw lines on these points with the help of my ruler and divide these lines into 4 points each for the respective signature. With the help of my awl, I poke holes on the spine to mark the binding points. I then reinforce the holes to ensure the front and the back is properly poked. Next, I pick up a scrap piece of paper and cut it to the same length as the first page of every signature. I use the spine template that I made earlier to mark the points on the strip. These will be the points that I will be using to make the holes. Before making any holes for the binding, I ensure that I arrange the papers properly. I proceed to poke the holes with the help of my awl and the template that I had just made for the signatures. I mark these holes with pencil first just so that I know where I have to poke. It's easier that way. You can poke directly also. I find the 3-hole pamphlet stitch method very easy and quick to do for binding books. A lot of binders out there are using this nowadays. I make holes in all 3 signatures in a similar way. It didn't take me much to bind this journal actually. It took me about 20-25 minutes in all. Once done, I quickly rearrange the signatures in the order that I want them to be in the book, and then I bring out my binding needle, beeswax and some cotton embroidery threads. I end up picking up a maroon colored thread for the binding. Before I begin binding, I pass my thread through the slot in the beeswax. Wax thread, I have realized, is much more easier to handle and is preferable than normal threads. It doesn't tangle that easily and it's quite easy to use for binding. Once I have threaded my needle, we are ready to bind. The first step is to pass your threaded needle through the middle hole, all the way through the signature and the cover outside. You have to leave a little thread overhanging like I have left here on the inside. Then from outside to inside there is no hard and fast rule which hole you have to use first. I end up choosing the bottom one. Once I've pulled my thread through the bottom hole, I pass my needle through the top hole to the outside of the book again. I try to film this process as slow as possible and just so that you can see exactly what I'm doing and it's easier for you to follow as well. Once the needle is outside on the top hole, I pass it through the middle hole again towards the inside of the signature and pull hard. You have to ensure that there is no space lacking and no thread left loose outside anywhere, so ensure that you pull the threads properly. Once I'm assured that there are no snags in between, I cut off all the extra length and I proceed on to tie the threads together. The first signature is now bound in. It's pretty easy, right? I'll show you once again and with a demo of the second signature as well. through the center and out. Don't forget to leave the thread overhanging, then through the bottom and inside. Next I passed through the top hole, and then I was out again, and then through the center and inside again. Pull the thread and cut off any excess, tie in knots. Multiple knots if you want. I usually make 2 or 3. I use the similar methods and bind the rest of the 2 signatures together. The journal is now ready for use and I can't wait to start using it. I've already started prepping for it. Thank you so much for your support throughout this series, guys. It means a lot. And until next time,